Yo, what is up, doggies? It's your boy Beanie, and if you've been watching this channel for a while, or if you're in my Discord, you may know one of my biggest problems in life is bitches. I'm just obsessed with getting into toxic relationships. I feel like I need someone to love me. I struggle to be alone, and I've had a lot of girls, break my heart, and I go back to them, I let them break my heart again. And as someone who's been through all this, obviously I've gotten pretty deep into the Red Pill movement, and I'd like to, give my thoughts on, the Red Pill movement. Is it good? Is it bad? Just what's the deal with these bitches, Now, if you don't know what the Red Pill movement is, it's basically a conservative ideology in which the people believe that society's degenerating, we're embracing hookup culture, and basically they want to go back to, old gender norms where, like, a guy's working a job and the girl's in the kitchen taking care of the family. Now, there's a lot more to the Red Pill movement. They also tend to be, pretty racist, sexist, and homophobic, all that good stuff. But I'd say the most common talking points of these Red Pillars is basically stuff about, like, how to get bitches or just why bitches are evil. Now, the advice that they give on how to get girls, in my opinion, is actually not that bad. Like, I think if you do follow the Red Pill movement on how to get bitches, like, you're gonna get bitches. Like, basically, the common Red Pill movement of what they usually say is you gotta go to the gym, you gotta stop jerking off, you gotta become a person of value, you gotta make money, and you gotta be an alpha. And honestly, I think all the advice is good advice, besides maybe the part about becoming like an alpha male, because I think if you do the previous 4 steps of, going to the gym, stop jerking off, make money, just become a person worth value, you're gonna become more of an alpha male. You're gonna at least have more confidence, and that's all you really need. If you're confident in yourself, then you're good. In my opinion, the core ideas of the Red Pill movement are actually fantastic. I think every young man should listen to them, as it will actually help you improve your life. Stop jerking off and working out, especially. Just do that, dog. But I'd say my main problem when it comes to the Red Pill community is when they talk about relationships, hookup culture, and just stuff like that. Now, I personally do agree that hookup culture is bad, and I do think it's growing. I do think it's more on social media. I do think it's more in music. I do just think it's more embraced in general. It's more accepted for people to go out and have a lot of sex. Like, it's empowering for girls to do this, and guys, they like fucking bitches, so who's gonna have a problem with this? You know what I mean? And well, I understand fully why hookup culture is growing and why it's so embraced. It's because who doesn't like to fuck? You know what I mean? It's fun, but the thing is, and I don't want to sound gay, but there's a little bit more to life than just sex, you know what I mean? Like, more to relationships and love than just sex. Like, the sex is good or whatever, but honestly, having a girl that actually, like, likes you and cares about you and you feel the same is about 100 times better. Like, the sex, at least for me, lasts like 2 minutes. Like, I don't know, in my opinion, hookup culture and just having sex with random people, it's just kind of a waste of time. Like it's not gonna ruin your life if you do it, but if you're doing it all the time and you're wasting all your time doing that, then it kind of is going to ruin your life. And also, I am a strong believer that if you are a person that has a lot of sex or a lot of relationships, it is going to fuck up your ideas on, what love and, sex is really all about. You've just been through so many people, like, it's just not the same. But where I differ from the common ideas of the Red Pill community is most Red Pill people will say that, only girls, get ruined by having sex. Like, if girls have a lot of sex, they lose their value. But if a guy has a lot of sex, it gives them more value because it means that they're better at sex. And this is just one of the dumbest things that the Red Pill community always says. Like, yeah, it's true if you want to be a part of hookup culture. In hookup culture, a guy who has a lot of sex is probably better at sex, and I would say most guys want a girl who hasn't had a lot of sex, because there is something pretty hot about fucking a virgin or a girl with a low body count. I ain't gonna lie. It just feels nice to be, one of her first, like, you don't want to be the 37th person in line. So, like, this advice is true for hookup culture, but, like, hookup culture is the exact thing that the Red Pill community is trying to disavow. They're literally teaching men that it's good to be whores, while at the same time teaching them to shame whores and, to say fuck hookup culture, and basically just think that society's fucked and that they're never gonna find a true wife because all these girls have like 20 bodies, you can't trust any of them, and they're all gonna cheat on you. And while the truth is, society is not fucked. It might be getting a little bit worse, but that's a matter of opinion. But the ultimate truth is, it's some psychedelic trippy shit, and that's that we create our own universe. Like, if you're in the mindset that all these girls are just hoes and they're not really useful for much more than just sex and, like, being cute, like, that's what the Red Pillars basically teach you, is that, you're the alpha male, you need to work on yourself, you need to focus on yourself, and then girls are just like little toys that you can, like, play with. If you're in that mindset, then yeah, you're only gonna find hoes, because, well, I mean, you're treating these girls like hoes, so, like, the only people that are gonna respond positively to that are actual hoes. Like, if it's a good, nice girl, they're not gonna fuck with you if, you're super just, like, only into yourself, only working on yourself, and just see them as, like, kind of, like, just a toy. Like, no one fucks with that except for a whore. Like that's just a fact. Now, where it gets a little tricky is, it could still happen when you treat a girl really nicely. You think it's a good relationship. You don't look at her as like property. You look at her as your significant other. You connect with her a lot. And that bitch might still end up cheating on you. Like, it can happen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, when that shit happens to you as a man, which I kind of feel like happens to most men, like it's just kind of a part of our story, you're kind of left with two choices. You can either join the dark side, like the red pill community, where you think, oh, well, they're all just hoes. I'm just gonna fuck them. I'm gonna be above them. I don't care about them. I'm gonna work on myself, and I'll just fuck whoever I want. Or you can actually reflect on the situation and think, that girl might not have actually been right for me, and just because she might have been a bad person or done something wrong to me doesn't mean that everyone's bad. And also, like, you gotta understand that they got fucking girl brain. Like, there's a lot going on up there. Like who knows what they're thinking? If you're trying to figure out why they did you wrong or whatever, it's just gonna drive you crazy. You just leave it to girl brain, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that you can't find a girl that, will truly like you. There's fucking 7 billion people on this planet. To think they're all hoes is just ridiculous. And well, when you watch this red pill content or whatever, they really try to convince you that all these girls are hoes. Like, they'll have a podcast with 10 dumb broads on just saying the dumbest shit imaginable. And they'll just, like, bring up examples of just pull up videos of girls being stupid or girls cheating or how they're unloyal. Like, they'll just show you all the worst of the worst. They're gonna make you think that, all these girls can't be trusted. They're trying to demasculize men. They're doing all this evil shit. All this shit's terrible. But the fact of the matter is, they're just showing you the negative side. Like, a big thing that you really got to notice about these red pill people is none of them have a long-term girlfriend. None of them have had a girlfriend for more than like 3 months. None of them are married. None of that shit. And they're trying to teach you guys about relationship advice. Sure, they might have bitches coming in and out, but as someone who kind of has bitches coming in and out, it's not the life, man. It kind of sucks. You would rather just have one girl that you like. Like, there's a reason all these red pillars are so angry all the time. Like, trust me, they don't got it figured it out. Like they try to act like they do. They're like, oh, look at me, I'm rich, I got girls. They're clearly not happy. They're clearly still, like, hurt over some girl that broke their heart and just going around hurting more people. Like, if you want to look at, like, other YouTubers that have, like, a wife and shit that aren't complaining about relationships and shit, that's because they figured it out. They have nothing to complain about. They're not complaining about hoes because they don't let hoes fuck up their life. Like, I don't know. The main thing these people treat is that you got to be above these hoes, but they're clearly not. Like, bro, they're only making content about how these women hurt them. Like it's just embarrassing. You're letting a girl hurt you like that, like a little girl. You're gonna let her affect your mind like that. Like, come on, bro. Practice what you preach. You should be a man. You should be above that shit. You should work on yourself. But no, they all just stay in this rut thinking that it's society that's the problem, that it's girls that's the problem, it's partying, all this shit. Like a big thing is you can't change anyone but yourself. So, like, it's a waste of time to, try to change these girls that want to go out and get fucked. Like, let them do what they want. And, even not in the red pill community, if you're just a normal guy, looking around the world, it can seem like, everyone's just kind of a hoe or whatever, because the people you notice, the people that go out to bars, the people that post all these hot images, like, those are the people you see. There's still millions, if not billions, of people that stay in on the weekends, studying shit, or they don't post all this flashy shit. You just don't notice them because they're not posting shit. They're not being hoes. You only notice the bad. You don't notice the good people. When you really take the time to look around at it, if you're in college or something, you can see numerous couples of just what seems like a happy relationship. Like, they don't, like I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, if you're having repeated problems with girls and relationships, like, it's not society that's failing you. You're just failing yourself. Like you gotta notice at some point that you're the problem. It's just facts. I don't know. The point is, don't get too lost into the red pill. Like, they have some good points about how you need to work on yourself and you need to be someone worth of value. Like, all that is true, all that's gonna help yourself and help you with women. Like, all that's good advice. But basically, when they get into the whole talk about how these women are trying to, like, demasculize men, or like how they're all whores, or just society is ruined, it's not. Like, it's just that we have the internet and we can see all this going on. There's always been whores, bro. There's always been whores. You think people just found out about sex? Like, we've always known we like sex. Like, I don't know. This has always been a thing, and it's only bad if you let it be bad. You gotta stay above that shit, bro. You gotta work on yourself. Don't get lost into these negative rabbit holes. Just watch Beanie Kowloon all day. All I do is drop heat and knowledge and good advice. You already know the drill. Drop a like, subscribe, and peace.